As cringy as it sounds, bro, how bad do you want it? Like all of this, yes, motivational bullshit, this video in itself, it always comes back to what's driving you. You're gonna fucking fail. You're gonna fall. And in that process of you falling and getting back up, that's where you're gonna learn. That's where you're gonna build the character. And that's what will eventually lead to you becoming the type of person in order to make everything succeed.
I'm here to tell you something. If you see in this video, that means God is calling on you. You started 2025. You say you're gonna be the best that you can be. You say you're gonna chase some dreams. You say you're gonna get rid of the distractions. What have you done so far?
With all due respect to everyone, fuck everyone.
A focused fool can accomplish more than a distracted genius. If you think about yourself as the sun, and you need to burn through a hole through a piece of paper, like that's what you have to get through. A sun has more than enough power to burn through it. But if the sun is evenly spread, it just warms up the paper, but it doesn't even break through. And so many of you have suns and suns worth of energy, but you're so spread thin that all you do is warm your stuff up. You never break through. And you would be amazed at how much more you can accomplish when you only have one thing to do.
Just work. And if you don't get what you thought you were going to get, show up and still go to work. Because along the process, what's more important, what you acquire or who you become?
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You always, that thing, man, that you wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's going to disappoint you.
How bad do you want this? Most people don't want it that badly, but I had this fire that I'm going to be something.
There's going to be a small group of hungry savages out there that are going to run every one of you over. And you can sit home and you can cry and complain about how you didn't get yours and it's because this person had this opportunity that you didn't have. Everything out there is for the taking. If you have even this much savage in you, if you are willing to go out there and grind and work hard.
Every single great thing that's ever been created in the history of the world was created by a human being. And guess what you are? You are a human being, just like them. You have access to more information, to more skill set than anybody who has ever existed before you in the history of Earth. So what is it about you that makes you incapable compared to everybody else? And I'm going to give you the answer. The answer is nothing.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
You have to want it as bad as you can breathe, and then you have to believe it.
Second by second, you lose the opportunity to become the person you want to be. Or you can stop making excuses and take charge of your fucking life.
Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning. But winners work as hard as possible and still worry if they're being lazy. So if you're a winner, you ain't comfortable.
All because you didn't lock in for the first quarter, for the second quarter. Just make sure you lock in for the rest of the year.
It's halftime. What you guys gonna do? You got goals set. I said this the last stream, man. Don't feel down on yourselves because you're not where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's halftime in the year. To win the game, you got to perform nice in the third and the fourth quarter. You can slack off in the first and second quarter, but the third and fourth quarter is what matters for you.
Nobody is motivated at 4 a.m. Nobody. But some people are up anyway. You're praying for an easy way out. I don't fucking want one. Because if there is an easy way out, yeah, I'll win. But other people will win who I don't think deserve to win. Luckily, in my experience on this earth, the universe has never, I've ever seen, ever given an easy way out to anybody.
I want to be the guy that people looked at. I don't care if you like me or didn't like, I don't care. But said, this motherfucker is going to keep coming after whatever the fuck is in front of him. I wanted that. I wanted that. I wanted that worse than anything in the world. I wanted to feel something besides defeat. I wanted to just go the distance. And that going the distance pushed me to a point of where now I go way past.
Be fearless. Fear is natural, but it doesn't have to control you. Every great achievement begins with the decision to try, even when you're scared. Being fearless doesn't mean you feel no fear. it means you face it head on and move forward anyway. The truth is, fear only grows when you avoid it. But the moment you take action, fear begins to shrink. You're stronger than you think, braver than you feel, and more capable than you've ever imagined. So take the leap, speak up, show up, go after what sets your soul on fire. You weren't born to play small, you were born to rise. Be fearless. Your future is waiting.
The distance. You don't want it. And that's the harsh reality. At the end of the day, I had to miserably wake up every morning cold. I was miserable. This is your new life. There's no happiness about it. There's no peace behind it. It just fucking sucks. And it's going to continue to suck.
Don't let people crush your dreams. Stop comparing, you know what I'm saying, yourself. Because everybody has a different path of life. Everybody has a different book. Everybody has different chapters. Everybody has different pages.
When you realize you have to make this shit work, or you're falling on your fucking face, it's a different kind of grind, a different kind of mentality.
Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it.
You literally can't do what everyone else does and not expect to get what everyone else has. By doing what everyone else does, you guarantee average results.
It's all about focus. I don't care who you are, where you're from, doesn't matter. You're just having a focus and having a purpose. Now, you wake up every single day to get better today than you were yesterday. Now, it doesn't matter what you are. You're a basketball player, a hockey player, golf player, painter, right? It doesn't matter. Right, you try to reach your full potential by getting better every single day.
Man, if you got to get up every single morning and remind yourself how hard you need to work, I need to choose a different profession. Because I shouldn't be here. Because I wake up in the morning excited to get to it. You know, if I'm not training, I'm missing it. If I'm not watching that game of basketball, I miss it. There's no place I'd rather be. And if you have that feeling, then you're truly doing what God has put you on this earth to do.
My brain cannot process failure. It will not process failure, because if I sit there and have to face myself and tell myself, you're a failure, I think that's almost worse than death.
What do you do when you're putting in all the fucking work? When the money's not coming in, you're not seeing the progress you want to see. That's where true fucking killers are made. That's where the true character is fucking built. In that process.
I am the only one paying the price. I am the only one doing what's required. Everybody else is sitting at home eating Doritos. How can you not be excited about that?
I'll never give up. Never.
Do you actually want to do this or not?
See yourself as high as you possibly can see yourself. Who do you see yourself as? And there's no right or wrong answer. Yeah. Clarify and define your vision for yourself in the highest possible way that you can see it. That's your first job, is to see it as high as you can see it. Be delusional even, to the point where to where your mind, right at the apex of what your mind believes is possible, maybe push past that even a little bit and define it.
Just keep stacking days. Just keep stacking days. As long as you keep stacking days, I promise you, you will see the change. My coach used to always say, everything that you want is on the other side of hard.
If you give up on your dreams, what do you have left? Nothing.
All it takes is a few months of hard work and dedication, years of dedication. But it starts now, literally. It starts now, gang.
Because if you actually wanted it, and you actually tried, you'd have it. You could have anything you want. Universe is super giving. There's not a car I can't have. There's not a house I can't buy. If I want to go to a yacht, if I want to go to Antarctica, there's nothing I can't have because I've decided to become this man. It's the same for absolutely every single one of you at home. If you want it, you can have it. If you're sitting there saying, oh, but I tried my best and I still didn't get it, you're lying. You didn't try your best. That is a fucking lie. The universe gives it to everybody who genuinely tries.
As long as you have breath in your lungs, as long as your heart is beating, as long as you have consciousness in your mind, you can go and rewrite the story of how your life ends and how your life continues from this day forward, the legacy that you live.
You got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe is in there. You gotta be fearless, you gotta be relentless.
Come on, man, we're going running. Like, let me see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man, get up.
Right now, every single one of you out there have exactly what you deserve. You might think that life is unfair. You might think that life dealt you a bad hand, but I'm here to tell you life will give you exactly what you tolerate. And if you've been tolerating mediocrity, you've been tolerating average, you've been tolerating this victim mentality that you're carrying, then guess what? You have exactly what you deserve.
You know, you talk to broke people and you ask them their plans to get rich. They don't have a plan, they have a wish. You say to a broke person, do you want to be rich? Oh, I'd love to be rich. Okay, there's your wish. What's your plan? One day, when my ship comes in or I'll win the lottery, then they just start talking about luck. So everybody wishes, but nobody has a plan. And then their plan is luck. You know why people love luck? Because they ain't gonna work. Because luck ain't hard. They'd rather not try and leave it up to luck. Maybe I'll win the lottery.